All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 9151W, State of Texas versus Jamie Lozano. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Robert Mauer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Jamie Lozano?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jamie Lozano who's placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 9151W for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on September 23rd, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 2 on or about the 19th day of October 2022 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Jamie Lozano, is in there illegally using a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Did you understand by pleading to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility? Who is it?
Jamie Lozano, Judge, it's the MTR.
All right, Jamie Lozano. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 9151W, State of Texas versus Jamie Lozano. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Robert Mauer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Jamie Lozano?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jamie Lozano who's placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 9151W for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on September 23rd, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 2 on or about the 19th day of October 2022 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Jamie Lozano, is in there illegally using a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Did you understand by pleading to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. And I'm sorry, defense, any objection to the state's waivers?
No, Judge.
All right, is there an agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state would just recommend revocation.
Defense, what are you requesting?
So Judge, last time we heard the court had or ordered an evaluation for Ms. Lozano for mental health, and she didn't qualify for DDRF or any of the other mental treatment programs. The probation department's recommendation was SATIF. Ms. Lozano wanted to address the court about her request to be continued.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jamie Lozano.
All right, did you want to question her or?
Okay, Judge, I figured it'd be easier if she could just explain to the court what she's seeking and why she's seeking it. So
right, yes.
explain to the judge what you told me.
No objection.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a 15-year-old son that I'm raising alone with my family helping me. And I'm the
Then you're not raising your 15-year-old.
Well, I mean, like without his father. His father's never been in the picture.
You're mumbling. You need to stop mumbling because the court reporter needs to hear, okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, you may continue.
Oh, well, I just want to go back on probation. I told the probation officer that day that I was coming up dirty, and then, you know, that I was sorry, and I've been sober since then. And my sister and my family is all sober.
Who is your sister?
She's present, Judge. She's person in the Air Force. She's in the Air Force.
Oh,
I
what's your
spoke to her.
sister's name?
JC Lozano,
Okay.
she lives across the street.
So what do you think should happen to you for testing positive?
I mean, I came back to jail and I've been sitting there and I've been reading my books. and
No, my
I don't
question,
understand
listen to my
what has to
question.
happen.
What do you think should happen to you for testing positive? I do remember you. Your
Mhm.
hair color has changed. So what are you requesting? What do you think you should happen? You tested positive.
I'm not sure what the options are for that. I was already gotten back sober, but I don't mind going to classes. I do. They had said they recommended counseling and I would love to do counseling.
All right. So what I can tell you right now,
Mm,
I'm going to give you a choice. Sometimes I can't give people choices. It depends on what the case is and what's going on.
yes.
You can either be continued and go into inpatient treatment,
Mhm.
or either you can go to the state jail facility for 18 months. Which would you prefer? But either way, you're not leaving this courtroom and you're not leaving custody.
This is my first time like ever coming up.
My question is, do you prefer 18 months in the state jail facility or inpatient drug treatment? Which do you prefer?
Can I talk to my lawyer?
Sure. Yeah, thank you. I always do that. Well, I guess I should never say always, but I usually do that.
Just tell me what she thinks. That's the process. Sure. We have a moment, Judge.
Yes. All right, Ms. Lozano, have you had a chance to discuss your options with your attorney?
Yes.
All right, so which do you prefer? 18 months in the state jail facility or inpatient treatment?
I want outpatient treatment, but I'll take the.
I cannot hear you.
I said I want the outpatient that was recommended, but I guess I'll have to take the.
No, I mean, you're not doing outpatient treatment.
It wasn't
That's
recommended. Inpatient was recommended.
Inpatient treatment was recommended. Here's the thing, Ms. Lozano, you were here before me previously, and at that time, I believe you had green purplish hair.
No,
Your hair was not blonde,
it was yellow.
yellow. Okay, so you were here before me, so I remember you. And I thought then that you had drug issues. And what I said at that time was, we will try it your way. And so you were given a chance to be in the free world and not use, but you used. There are consequences for actions. And people seem to think that the consequence for the actions is to cry and beg to get what they want. If everybody could write their own program when they have a drug problem, you wouldn't be here because you would have written your program and you would do great on it. And I can say that if I could write my own weight loss program and have it work, guess what? I wouldn't continue to eat the pecan turtle ice cream that they have, the HEB brand, which they're out of now. And that's not because of me. So what I'm going to do is you are going either to inpatient treatment and you're going to SATF. Is that what they're
That's the
recommending?
recommendation.
All right, and I'll have you referred to felony drug court. If felony drug court accepts you, then you can go to felony drug court. But if they do not, you're going to SATF. And what I can tell you is felony drug court is not going to accept you if you come with your idea that I only used one time.
I didn't
And-
use one time.
Let her talk.
And let me just tell you, the problem is your sister and other people who are in the military, living their life, doing what they're supposed to do, they want what's best for you. And they want to believe you. But my experience with people who are addicted, they tell great stories. And sometimes I'm listening to it and I'm like, that sounds very believable. Maybe they did go to outer space. Maybe the moon is made of green cheese or blue cheese because it sounds so believable. And your relatives want to believe you. but you need to get your life together. It's currently not, it's chaos, and I'm trying to help you with the chaos.
That was not my life. I was already starting my business that I have already started.
No,
I was.
because you know why? You know why I know that was your life?
And I had returned, that was in October, and between October and then I got sober and I was living with my parents in order to help me get.
You know
back
why I
on
know
my
your life
business.
is chaos? Because you're here in a felony court
I
for a
called the
felony
police on myself.
charge.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
You're here in a felony court for a felony charge.
Yes, I understand.
So
It's my
again,
house.
if you don't want the treatment, you can just do your 18 months. You'll do your 18 months, you'll be done, and you can make whatever treatment plan you want to. So do you want the 18 months in the state jail facility, or do you want treatment? That's either yes or no. If you don't want treatment, then I will not give it to you. Somebody else will take advantage of it. And you can do your 18 months. You can mark your days off on your calendar. You'll get credit for any time that you've already been in custody for this case. And you can mark 18 months of your life off on the calendar. And then when you get out, maybe your sister or somebody will take you in. Maybe you will not use any more drugs. It's completely up to you. Do you want the inpatient treatment, or do you want to do your 18 months? Which would you prefer? No, here's the thing. Your sister can't turn around. Turn around. Your sister cannot want treatment for you more than you want it.
I was doing treatment already out there.
All right, I'm going to help you out because
and
I
want
see
the
you need help.
treatment. Like, I do want the.
I'm going to
treatment, but I
sentence you
wouldn't
to
wanna be
18
able to.
months. I'm going to grant the motion. I'm going to grant the motion, sentence you to 18 months in a state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Counsel, I'll retain jurisdiction.
I'll talk to her sister about that, Judge.
Okay.
I don't see a whole lot of point with it.
All right. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I don't know. When did I sign that?
Last time we were here. Right, that's your signature.
Yes, I saw something.
All right. You have a limited,
Yes, that's my signature.
all right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal as it relates to the allegation and the motion, not the fact that you're on probation. Do you understand?
No, I don't know what
All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition.
Oh,
If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. And what is her sister's name?
AC Lozano.
All right. And what's her rank?
I'm not sure her rank right now. She's
No, I'm not
getting out.
talking to you. I'm talking to her. What's your rank? All right. So I want to let you know that I appreciate your coming in here. Sometimes you can't give help to people when you offer it. They have to want it. And if they want it and they have issues, I will give it to them. So don't think that this is your fault. You've done everything that you can do.
You know, she's
Thank
sober
you.
too.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Detective. How are you today?
How are you?
Doing well, thank you. So we've got Mr. Barber,
Yes.
all right? Now calling prosecutor order number 23-07222, the People versus Jesse Stephen Barber. This is the date and time set for a swear to. Detective, can I have you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, you are under oath. Please state your full name for the record and you may proceed when you're ready.
Detective Christine Schuler on behalf of the Troy Police Department. On August 12, 2023, Troy officers were dispatched to the Troy Villas Mobile Home Park for the report of an assault in progress. Upon arrival, they spoke with the victim, Blake Dixon, who indicated that he had been assaulted by Jesse Barber, who had just fled after the assault. It should be noted that Blake Dixon had a significant black eye. Dixon indicated that Barber punched him in the face and that he also put him in a chokehold. He indicated that while Barber put him in a chokehold, he could not breathe And there were several witnesses there that confirmed observing this. Oakland County Sheriff's Office ended up locating Barber and placed him under arrest for the Troy assault. When Barber was in the Troy lockup, he complained of some medical ailments and he was subsequently transported to Troy Beaumont Hospital. He was released for custody at Troy Beaumont Hospital pending the issuance of a warrant. Immediately after he was released from Troy Beaumont Hospital, the Troy Police Department received calls from the victims indicating that Barber began to threaten them and indicating that he was coming back to the residence. He indicated that he was going to slit Dixon's throat and gut him like a pig. Troy PD attempted to locate him and could not find him. Later on the evening of August 12, 2023, Troy Police Department got another call that indicated that Barber returned to the mobile home park and he was now assaulting an associate of Dixon, Stan McLaren. Officers arrived on scene and Stan indicated that Barber punched him in the face. There was also independent witnesses to both incidents. I forwarded this case to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, who authorized the document you have in front of you.
All right, and what is the address of the trailer park?
So there's,
You know.
it's two, can you guys give me the address on Shelley? So it's the Troy, so there's multiple addresses there. The
Okay, I guess then what I can do is I can just go off the name. What's the name of it?
The Troy mobile home, the Troy Villas mobile home park.
All right.
He had the Roseville address that he gave us.
All right, the court finds that probable cause has been established related to the submitted charges. I am signing the complaint and authorizing the warrant. Do you want to just wait till the arraignment to make any statements regarding bond?
Or, I mean, this guy, obviously he was released once, came back, made some threats. They charged him with a 10-year felony. It sounds like there's an ongoing dispute, love triangle with all these parties. But he was told not to go back. Clearly, being arrested once yesterday didn't do the trick. So we would request a high bond.
Understood.
Thank you.
Understood. Thank you, Detective. Now calling prosecutor order number 23-07222, the people versus Jesse Stephen Barber. This is the date and time set for arraignment. Counsel, your appearance.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Mickus, only attorney on behalf of Mr. Barber. I can waive the formal reading of the charges for purpose of video.
All right, the court will waive formal reading, enter a plea of mute on behalf of Mr. Barber. Sir, I did receive the request for court-appointed attorney form that you filled out and submitted. Based on your representations, I do find that you are indigent, so I will appoint an attorney for you moving forward, okay? All right.
Understood.
Counsel, as relates to bond, what would you like to state on behalf of your client?
As it relates to bond, I'm hoping that the court will consider either a personal bond or a reasonable cash bond. Mr. Barber is not on any sort of probation or parole. He does not have any other pending matters going before any of the courts. And I would note for the court, the alleged victims in this case do not reside with Mr. Barber. So I think a personal bond or a low cash bond with pretrial supervision would be appropriate. Thank you.
All right, and Detective, anything else you'd like to state regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Detective Schuler on behalf of the Troy Police Department. The defendant was arrested yesterday in the initial offense, the assault strangulation. He was released to the hospital pending issuance of a warrant. Once he was released from the hospital and advised by officers not to go back to the trailer park where the victims were located, he went back to that address and actually—
I did not go back to that address.
Hey,
Sir,
Jess.
I'm talking right now.
I'm going to get lied on.
He went back to the trailer park and he then assaulted someone else. It seems like this is an ongoing incident. Once he was released from the hospital, we got another call that he called the victims and indicated he was going to slit his throat.
Not true, man.
Mr. Barber, stop
It should be
talking.
noted that it should also be noted that he has a significant criminal history out of the state of Idaho, which includes a 2020 conviction for witness prevention, intimidate, testifying. and multiple charges for domestic violence, assault. He has a significant history dating back to, the last charge was 2020 out of Idaho. It goes back to 2008. So it appears maybe he's just been in Michigan for a brief period of time because all his significant criminal history for 12 years was in the state of Idaho. Based on his criminal history and the facts of yesterday's case, we would respectfully request a high cash bond.
All right, well, I will note I did just conduct the swear to on this a few minutes ago. The court's certainly troubled with the allegations in this matter, and it certainly needs to look out for the safety of the public and the alleged victims in this matter. I do not think that a personal bond is warranted, nor do I think that a nominal bond is warranted, especially in light of the allegations following the initial alleged crime. So I'm gonna order bond in the amount of $150,000, cash or surety.
Oh my God.
I'm also ordering the
Oh
following
my
conditions. You are to have no contact with Blake Dixon. Mr. Barber, stop talking. You're to have no contact with Blake Dixon or Stan McLaren. You will not return to the Troy Villa Mobile Home Park in Troy, Michigan. You will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten Blake Dixon, Stan McLaren, or any other witness. You will personally appear for any and all future court proceedings. You will not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. You will immediately notify the court in writing of any change to your address or telephone number. You shall not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You shall refrain from using any alcohol, any form of THC, marijuana, illegal drugs, or abusing any legally prescribed medication. You will submit to random PBTs and or urinalysis upon request. And I am placing you under supervision of pretrial services, which means if you post bond within 24 hours of your release, you need to contact pretrial services and get enrolled with them. I'm also ordering that if you do post bond, you must obtain a GPS tether prior to your release. And lastly, no new criminal offenses or activity. Mr. Barber, do you understand the terms and conditions of your bond?
Yeah.
All right, your probable cause conference, your next court date scheduled for August 21st at 9 a.m. That'll be at the 52-4 District Court in Troy. That is all. I wish you the best of luck, sir.
No, you don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. I don't remember the attorney's name. I know that's a difficult job.
Andrew, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
He's coming in.
I'm sure you've had worse clients in court.
I don't know what you mean, Jesse. You're a peach.
Right. I don't know. I mean, these allegations are not true.
All right, let's not talk about it.
True
Jesse.
is like,
Hang on, Jesse. You're still on the record, so you don't want to talk about what happened or what's alleged to have happened. You want to talk to your lawyer the next time you meet with him or her and go through that stuff with them, okay? Because they're going to help you more than we can.
Okay, we're gonna take, okay. Listen to her instructions.
I'm gonna come around, John. Why put your arm right over here?
what's going on now?
We're gonna get your paperwork from them and then we're gonna transport you up to Oakland County.
What's that at, Pontiac?
Yep. Grab the other guy. Okay, we're good. Stand it up.
All right, come on out, just right here. Come on, come on, Justin.
Sir, no.
All right. Detective Reagan,
I'm not a detective.
I mean,
I'm
well,
just
I
messing
elevated you for a detective.
No,
Counsel Reagan, I apologize.
no, you're fine. I'm just messing with you. Joe.
Okay, the gentleman who is seated, please say your full name, sir.
Roderick Hartley.
Roderick Hassan Hartley, sir. I'm Magistrate Chuck there. Sir, you're here for personal protection violation arraignment. Case number is 23 dash.
Excuse me, I just have one question. How is it a violation if I never was served anything?
Okay, well, sir, all right, Mr. Hartley, Mr. Hartley, Mr. Hartley, one is, so you understand, is that, okay, that is something that, first of all, I had testimony that there was service of the PPO on you.
Your officers.
But as to whether or not there's a violation,
No
sir,
officer in the record
sir,
plaza-
Mr. Hartley, stop talking.
Sir, no.
Mr. Hartley, stop talking, because let me say this, everything is being recorded. That's one. Two, okay,
sir.
you're gonna get a hearing in front of a judge, okay, tomorrow. So let me tell you what you have. The PPO, the case number is 23-105079 PP. Okay, the allegation is, Mr. Hartley, that you were served with the PPO, that you violated the PPO. There will be a hearing tomorrow. Sir,
Mr. Harley, relax.
you're gonna have a hearing tomorrow, August 14th, 2023, 9 o'clock in front of Judge Farhat at the City County Building, also known as the Coleman Young Municipal Center. And part of the bond condition, sir, is that you're not to have contact with the complainant, or in this case, it would be Michelle Griffin. You're not to go to her location, be anywhere near her location. Those are part of the personal protection order conditions allegedly you violated. Your attorney is going to say that there's going to be a hearing tomorrow. Counsel Reagan, go ahead.
Judge, I would note that, I explained to him that he's gonna go before the judge tomorrow. This is a civil matter. It's not a criminal matter. He'll deal with that tomorrow at City County, Judge. So that is, I don't know really why we do it, but because it's not criminal, it's not state of Michigan versus anybody. But tomorrow he'll have to deal with the judge. So he's gonna have to sit tight until tomorrow. And then he'll go before the judge at City County, and he'll be able to say his piece tomorrow, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, there will be no bond. He'll go in front of Judge Farhat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Redford.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Sure.